It all started with one sentence, 4 words that shook the internet to its core. Tell OTF I tried. That line didn't come from a post, or an interview, or some random rumor on Twitter. It came from an alleged FBI-leaked jail call, the supposed final words of Lil Durk before everything changed. The audio, barely 30 seconds long, spread like wildfire overnight. Voices trembling, muffled background noise, a deep sigh, and then that chilling phrase again. Tell OTF I tried. Fans froze. The streets started whispering. What did he mean? Tried what? Was it about King Von? Was it about loyalty, betrayal, or something darker? In a matter of hours, the clip had millions of views. Blogs ran with it. Fans dissected every second, and OTF insiders went radio silent. No one confirmed it, but no one denied it either. That silence made it worse. People started connecting dots that maybe were never meant to be connected. Talking about old interviews, cryptic lyrics, and past beefs that suddenly made a scary kind of sense. Emotions ran high. Von's family reportedly broke down when they heard it, and sources close to Lil Durk said he'd been haunted by guilt and paranoia for months before the call. The internet's divided. Some say it's fake, others swear it's real. But everyone agrees it sounds too real to be made up. Insiders claim the full recording goes on longer, revealing names, regrets, and secrets that could tear OTF apart forever. One thing's clear, this isn't just another rumor. This is a storm that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about Lil Durk, King Von, and OTF itself. Stay locked in, because what we found next will make you question everything. The night that clip hit the internet, nobody slept. Chicago was buzzing, Twitter was on fire, and the blogs couldn't post fast enough. The alleged FBI-leaked call, said to be Durk's last recorded message before a major legal move, had spread from Reddit to YouTube to TikTok like wildfire. What made it even crazier was the eerie tone in Durk's voice. Low, tired, emotional, like a man confessing something too heavy for words. In the background, you could hear faint murmurs, metal doors clanging, and what sounded like someone whispering. Time's up. Then came those 4 words that would flip everything. Tell OTF I tried. By morning, every corner of hip-hop media had a theory. Was it about King Von? About OTF's internal drama? Or maybe something way bigger than anyone realized? Fans flooded comment sections demanding answers. Why does he sound like he's saying goodbye? One comment read, Durk knows something we don't, another said. Others thought it was fake. AI generated, spliced, edited. But the timing made it hard to ignore, because just hours before that leak, a federal report surfaced mentioning undisclosed communication materials tied to an ongoing investigation involving several OTF affiliates. And that's where the story took its first wild turn. An anonymous source claiming to be close to Durk's legal team stepped forward. According to them, the call wasn't new. It had been recorded months earlier, right before a major raid targeting OTF members in Atlanta and Chicago. The source said Durk knew something was coming and wanted to send a message that only his people would understand. He wasn't snitching, the source said. He was saying goodbye. He knew they were coming for him. But goodbye for what? That's what had everyone confused. Then, a new detail surfaced that turned the whole situation upside down. Apparently, the leak didn't come from the FBI directly. It came from inside the jail. A guard allegedly sold the audio clip to a third-party contact who then passed it to a gossip site. Within 24 hours, that site mysteriously went offline. Gone. Deleted. But not before the clip had already gone viral. By the end of that week, King Von's sister Kayla B had posted a cryptic tweet. Some people ain't who they said they was. And God knows I miss my brother. Fans instantly connected it to the leaked call. Blogs started running with headlines like Von's family speaks out after Durk's leaked call and is OTF falling apart? The public couldn't get enough. Every small clue became a headline. What made things even messier was how quiet OTF went. No one spoke publicly. Not Lil Durk's camp, not his lawyers, not his closest friends. Even Lil Reese, who's usually quick to address street rumors, stayed silent. That silence had weight. It made fans believe something was really going on. And that's when the speculation got darker. A fan page uploaded a breakdown video claiming Durk's tone in the clip wasn't random. The user slowed the audio down, filtered it, and said you could hear another voice in the background, possibly saying, Von's gone. It was faint, distorted, maybe nothing. But the internet doesn't need proof to believe. It just needs mystery. People started posting side-by-side comparisons of Durk's recent lyrics, saying he'd been foreshadowing this moment all along. Voices in my head keep saying I ain't do enough, one lyric read. I gave my life to the family. They still left me hanging. Fans interpreted those bars as Durk's guilt over Von's death. In countless interviews, Durk had spoken about how losing Von changed him, how it made him paranoid, distant, and reflective. But now, people were twisting those same words into evidence, proof that Durk had tried to protect Von, but failed. Behind the scenes, more alleged insiders started talking. One person claiming to be part of OTF's management said, Durk felt like he was losing control, not just over the label, but over his people. Everyone was moving different. After Von passed, things got weird. Folks started chasing clout instead of loyalty. That quote lit up social media. Is OTF breaking up? Fans asked. The next day, Durk's girlfriend India posted something that only fueled the fire. A now deleted Instagram story showing a black screen with white text. Truth always comes out. No context. No explanation, just that. Within hours, blogs turned it into a headline, suggesting India knew more than she was letting on. Commenters began debating whether Durk had confided in her about things the public didn't know. And then came the biggest shock of all. An alleged second part of the call leaked online. This one was shorter, more distorted, but the voice sounded unmistakably like Durk's. You could hear him saying, "They said I couldn't save him. I tried, bro, I really did." Fans went wild. People froze the audio, slowed it down, studied waveforms trying to prove it was real. "It's Durk, 100%, one fan said. "You can't fake that pain." Another replied, "Why he sound like he crying though?" It wasn't just fans now, it was family. King Von's cousin Balo allegedly went live on Instagram, reacting to the clip in real time. His voice was shaky, his eyes watery. "I ain't gonna lie, man. This one hurt," he said. "I don't know what's real no more, but if that's Durk, I feel him. He loved Von. I seen that, but not everyone believed it was love." Others said Durk was using Von's name to save face. One controversial podcast even accused him of trying to control the narrative, claiming the leak was calculated to make him look sympathetic before new charges dropped. That theory gained traction fast, especially when screenshots appeared showing that the audio file had first surfaced on a private Telegram group, days before it hit social media. People began to suspect someone close to Durk leaked it intentionally. Inside OTF, things were reportedly tense. A source told a local Chicago blog that a few members were angry, saying Durk's name was dragging the crew into unwanted heat again. "The Fed's already watching," the source claimed. "Now this? It's bad timing." There were even rumors of arguments breaking out among members, shouting matches, accusations, and threats. One insider allegedly said, "If that tape real, then someone in here playing both sides." Meanwhile, Von's family kept quiet publicly, but behind the scenes, emotions ran high. A family friend told a reporter that Von's mum had broken down after hearing the audio. She said she heard the pain in his voice, the friend shared. She said she don't know what to believe, but it hurt her all over again. That detail struck a chord online. Fans started posting messages of support for Von's family, reigniting old debates about who was really loyal and who wasn't. And just when it seemed like the drama couldn't go any deeper, another bomb dropped. A supposed ex-OTF associate came forward in a live stream with reaction videos. Podcasts were dissecting every second of the leaked audio, and the phrase "Tell OTF I tried" had already become a meme, a hashtag, and a headline all at once. Major outlets were reporting it like breaking news, but the streets were treating it like prophecy. Everywhere you looked, there were debates. Was the call real, or was it manufactured by someone trying to break OTF apart from the inside? On Twitter, someone claiming to be from Atlanta posted that Durk's call had actually been made days before a federal operation. According to their thread, the feds had been listening in for months and caught him saying things they couldn't publicly release. The tweet blew up, hitting 500,000 views in hours. People started digging into old cases, old lyrics, even footage of Durk looking uncomfortable during interviews. "You can hear it in his voice," one fan said in a viral TikTok clip. "He's been carrying guilt since Von died." What made it even more mysterious was how quickly everyone close to Durk went silent. His management posted a simple message on Instagram: "Stay strong. Truth always surfaces." No caption, no clarification. That post alone racked up over 200,000 comments, most of them filled with confusion and speculation. Fans begged for answers. Bloggers accused the label of damage control. One insider allegedly told a local Chicago reporter, "They're panicking. This leak wasn't supposed to happen yet." Yet, that one word sent chills through the fandom. What did "yet" even mean? Was there more to come? Then, 3 days later, everything exploded again. A new clip surfaced on SoundCloud under the name Durk Unreleased Jail PT2. It was a rough, low-quality recording, but you could make out a familiar voice whispering, "I told them to chill. I told them we had to move smarter. Von ain't wanna wait." Those words hit like a gunshot through the internet. Millions of fans started connecting the dots. Was Durk referring to the night Von got killed? For those who didn't know, the night of Von's death was already surrounded by mystery and theories. Now this leak added fuel to the fire. People began claiming Durk had warned Von to lay low before the Atlanta shooting, but that Von didn't listen. Suddenly, this wasn't just a leaked call. It was a possible confession of foresight, regret, and guilt, and the reactions were instant and emotional. Von's sister Kayla went live again, clearly upset. "Stop playing with my brother's name," she said through tears. "Don't twist nobody words for clicks. Y'all don't know what real love is." The comments section lit up with sympathy and chaos. Some fans told her to stay strong. Others accused her of hiding the truth. In the middle of it all, one comment stood out. "Kayla knows something. She just can't say it." That line spread everywhere. Meanwhile, in Chicago, people close to OTF were reportedly nervous. A neighborhood insider told a small blog that OTF members had stopped showing up at usual hangout spots. "They move in quiet," the insider said. "Everybody scared the feds watching phones again." The idea that the government might still be monitoring OTF calls added another layer to the paranoia. Some fans began theorizing that the FBI leak wasn't random at all, that it was a calculated move to divide the crew. As one podcaster put it, "This ain't just about a call, it's psychological warfare. They know Durk's the glue, and if they break that, the whole other foundation cracks." That's when India finally broke her silence again, but this time indirectly. She liked a tweet that said, "Sometimes silence speaks louder than words." Within minutes, screenshots went viral. Blogs ran headlines like, "India breaks silence, confirms rumors." She didn't delete it either. It stayed up for hours, long enough for fans to debate what she meant. "Is she standing by him or distancing herself?" one Twitter user asked. "She knows something deep," another wrote. Then, as if things couldn't get crazier, an anonymous Reddit post appeared claiming to have insider screenshots of a text exchange between Durk and an OTF affiliate days before his arrest. The alleged texts showed Durk saying, "I can't hold this forever. They go and twist it anyway. I just want peace for bro." Though the screenshots were blurry and unverified, they spread like wildfire. People wanted to believe. Podcasts dedicated entire episodes to decoding those lines. And while social media was busy turning into an investigation hub, something was happening behind closed doors. According to a source connected to Von's family, they had been contacted by someone claiming to have access to the full version of the call, the uncut recording that had never been released online. This person allegedly demanded payment in exchange for the file. The family refused, but the claim alone was enough to ignite conspiracy theories about who might be behind the leaks. Then, a week later, another bombshell dropped. A well-known YouTube creator released a video claiming he'd heard a portion of the extended call. In his video, he said, "Durk says, I told him chill, we was too hot. I tried, but they ain't listen. Bro, that ain't just guilt, that's heartbreak." The video hit 2 million views in a day. Fans flooded the comments with theories, debates, and arguments. "So Durk was trying to save Von?" one viewer asked. "Or is he just trying to sound innocent?" The divide among fans grew nastier. On one side were those who believed Durk was a victim of loyalty, someone who tried to hold OTF together after losing his best friend. On the other side were those who thought he was hiding the truth. TikTokers made dramatic edits of Durk and Von's old photos with captions like, "He warned him, but it was too late." Others went darker, claiming the leak was revenge from someone inside OTF who wanted to bring Durk down. In the midst of all this chaos, a shocking statement appeared from someone who claimed to be a former OTF associate named Trell. He went live on Instagram, visibly emotional. "I ain't here to expose nobody," he said, looking straight into the camera. "But I'ma keep it 100. Durk loved Von. Everybody know that. He told Von to chill so many times, bro. Von ain't wanna hear it. He was hot. He was loyal, but Durk was scared for him. That call, that's Durk crying out, not confessing. The live was raw and heartbreaking, and it blew up instantly. Within hours, clips of Trell's speech were everywhere, but not everyone bought it. Another live stream popped up later that night, with someone calling themselves an OTF insider, claiming Trell was lying for attention. Don't let the tears fool you, the person said. That whole story rehearsed. They trying to clean up Durk's image. Real ones know what went down. The chat section was flooded with fire emojis, disbelief, and accusations. So who telling the truth? One viewer asked. Ain't nobody clean in this story, someone replied. Then came the emotional breaking point. An alleged voice message surfaced, sent from an unknown number to a Chicago journalist who'd been covering the case. In the voice note, a man who sounded eerily like Durk said, "They don't understand. I've been fighting for everybody, and now I'm fighting myself." That short clip spread like gasoline on social media. Fans said the pain in his voice was undeniable. Others said it was another fake leak meant to manipulate public opinion. Either way, everyone was talking. At this point, OTF's reputation was hanging by a thread. Sponsors reportedly started pulling out of deals. Shows were being postponed, and radio stations quietly removed certain tracks from rotation, pending clarification. But behind the scenes, the bigger issue was emotional. The crew wasn't united anymore. One Chicago blogger claimed, "The streets say some of the OTF boys don't even talk no more. They don't know who to trust." What made it even sadder was that this all started from a single leaked call. 30 seconds that spiraled into chaos, tears, and broken bonds. Fans said it felt like watching history collapse in real time. Von gone, Durk locked, OTF split. It's like watching a family tear itself apart, one fan tweeted. But even with all the chaos, the internet wasn't done digging. People were finding more evidence, more hidden meanings, more connections. And deep in the noise of conspiracy, a new rumor was about to surface. One that would drag this story into even darker territory. Because apparently, someone from OTF's inner circle had finally decided to talk. And what they revealed next would leave fans speechless, confused, and heartbroken all over again. The day that Insider finally spoke, everything changed. It wasn't some random fan or anonymous blog. It was someone who the streets actually recognized. A man who'd been spotted in old OTF videos standing right behind Durk and Von. Someone people called D. Out of nowhere, he went live on Instagram, his face half hidden, voice trembling. "I've been quiet long enough," he said. "They playin' with my brother's name, and they using Durk's pain for clicks. I ain't with that. Y'all wanna know the truth? I'll tell you the truth." Within minutes, thousands of viewers joined. Comments flew faster than the live could load. "This about the call?" one person typed. "Show proof," another demanded. "You was there, bro?" someone asked. D took a deep breath and looked straight into the camera. "Yeah," he said quietly. "I was there when Durk made that call." The chat exploded. Hearts, fire emojis, crying faces. Everyone watching knew this could change everything. Everyone watching knew this could change everything. According to D, the call wasn't made to confess or warn anybody. It was made because Durk felt like his world was falling apart. "He was stressed, bro," D said. "He was saying he tried to hold the family down, but people started switching. Folks was taking sides, and he ain't know who to trust. That 'tell OTF I tried' wasn't no goodbye. It was a message. He was telling us he did everything he could to keep us together." But then D dropped a bomb that nobody expected. He claimed that before the call, Durk had an argument with another OTF member over how Von's situation was handled. Words were said that night, he explained. Real hurtful ones. Durk told Dude, "You're gonna make me look like I failed him." And the other dude said, "You already did." After that, Durk ain't the same. Fans were stunned. If what D was saying was true, it meant the leaked call wasn't random. It was a reaction to betrayal from inside OTF. The story spread like wildfire. People started trying to guess who the other member was. Blogs dropped lists. Fan pages dissected old photos, and everyone began pointing fingers. "It gotta be one of the day ones," one commenter wrote. "You can hear the pain in his voice. It's personal." What made things worse was that, a few hours after the live, the video disappeared. D deleted it. His account vanished, gone, like it never existed. That disappearance sent the internet spiraling again. Conspiracy theories flooded social media. Some said OTF had silenced him. Others said the feds got involved. One rumor even claimed he'd been pressured to take the live down by people in Durk's camp. Nobody could prove anything, but the silence was louder than the live itself. And then, things got even darker. Another voice memo surfaced online, supposedly between two OTF affiliates talking about the call. The recording was scratchy, but the conversation was chilling. One voice said, "He knew it was over." The other replied, "He should have never said that on the phone. Now look." That leak sent fans into overdrive. What did over mean? Was it about OTF? Or was something else going on behind the scenes? Blogs started publishing articles titled things like, "Durk's call wasn't a goodbye. It was a warning." And "Did OTF betrayal cause Durk's mental breakdown?" Every influencer wanted a piece of the story. Reaction channels made videos crying, yelling, and analyzing every breath Durk took. But underneath the noise, people close to the situation started talking quietly, off record. One insider told a journalist, "Durk was carrying more than people know. Losing Von broke him, but losing his team, that finished him." The emotional toll on everyone involved was obvious. OTF's social media pages started looking strange, posts disappearing, cryptic captions replacing old photos. One post showed an old picture of Von and Durk performing together, captioned simply, "Forever means forever." Fans flooded the comments with heartbreak emojis. "This ain't music anymore," one person wrote. "This pain in real time." And in the middle of it all, a new rumor surfaced. One that turned the story into something almost cinematic. A mysterious account popped up on Twitter, claiming to have access to Durk's handwritten notes from jail. The account posted a blurry image of what looked like a torn notebook page. The words, barely legible, read, "It wasn't my fault. I tried. I told them stop. I told Von wait." Within seconds, the image went viral. "It's his handwriting," one fan claimed, comparing it to autographs. "This gotta be real." Others said it was fake, an internet plant meant to stir drama. What happened next made it feel even more real. King Von's cousin, Balo, posted a photo on Instagram of himself holding a folded piece of paper. His caption read, "Sometimes the truth comes too late." He didn't say what it was, but fans instantly connected it to the leaked note. "Is that the original letter?" they asked. "Did Durk send it to Von's family?" The post stayed up for 2 hours before disappearing. Then something strange happened. Someone from OTF finally broke their silence. Lil Reese went live late at night, clearly frustrated. "Y'all don't know what y'all talking about," he said. "Stop spreading fake leaks. Durk's solid. Always been. That man ain't fold, ain't confess, ain't none of that. You're letting the internet lie to your face." He spoke for 6 minutes, pacing back and forth, defending his friend. But what stood out was one line he said near the end. "The call real, but the story fake." That single sentence reignited the fire. What did that even mean? If the call was real, but the story was fake, then what was the truth? Was it an emotional breakdown, a misinterpreted moment, or something deeper that they couldn't talk about? The uncertainty was eating everyone alive. Von's sister went live again, this time looking calmer but visibly drained. "I'm tired of your playing with my brother name," she said. "Durk hurt, I hurt, we all hurt. But stop acting like y'all know the whole story. That call wasn't no confession, it was pain. That's what y'all heard. Pain." Her voice cracked at the end, and fans immediately flooded the comments with support. "They both victims," one wrote. "Von gone, Durk trapped. Same pain, different prisons." Around this time, another wild claim hit the scene. A supposed FBI document leaked on a dark web forum mentioned unreleased inmate communications connected to the OTF case. Screenshots of the document surfaced on Twitter, but the original source couldn't be verified. Still, that didn't stop people from believing. Headlines popped up overnight. FBI confirms leaked audio tied to ongoing investigation. Once again, no proof, but all the drama the internet needed. And then, when things seemed to have reached their emotional peak, a mysterious voicemail was uploaded anonymously to YouTube. It was only 10 seconds long, and the voice was muffled. But at the end, you could hear someone whisper, "Tell OTF I still love them." The comment section went insane. "It's him again," one user wrote. "Same tone, same breath, that's Durk." Others claimed it was AI generated, but no one could explain how whoever made it managed to mimic the exact emotional weight of the first clip. After that, fans started treating the story like a legend. Edits of Durk and Von flooded TikTok with somber music and captions like, "Loyalty don't die, it just gets quieter." Artists started referencing the phrase, "Tell OTF I tried," in their lyrics. Street murals appeared in Chicago with the words painted in bold red letters. What started as a leaked phone call had turned into a cultural moment. But inside OTF, things were anything but peaceful. One insider whispered to a journalist that the crew was fractured beyond repair. Too many people talking, too many lies. It ain't what it used to be. Some members reportedly stopped answering calls. Others left the city entirely. Durk's lawyers filed multiple privacy complaints to have the leaked audio scrubbed from the internet. But by then, it was too late. The world had already turned it into myth. And then came the biggest twist yet. A producer known for working with OTF dropped a teaser for a documentary titled The Last Call. The caption read, "When truth becomes noise, who do you believe?" Within hours, fans were convinced it was about the leak. "Durk greenlit this," one person tweeted. "He about to clear his name." Others said it was fake promo. Either way, it had everyone waiting. Because at this point, nobody knew what was real anymore. The call, the leaks, the letters. It had all blurred together into a story that was half truth, half legend. And deep down, people didn't even care which half was real. They just wanted to feel something. But that was before the final twist dropped. The one thing that tied everything together and broke everyone's hearts at the same time. Because someone, somewhere, had the uncut version of that jail call. And when that full audio surfaced, everything we thought we knew about Lil Durk, OTF, and King Von was about to change forever. The morning the full recording leaked, the internet broke. Not just hip-hop Twitter or Chicago blogs. The entire world of rap media froze. It dropped without warning. A low-quality file uploaded to a random Reddit thread by a user named Truth in Blue. No profile picture, no post history, nothing. Just the title. The full call. The link led to a 2-minute clip that started with the same haunting words everyone knew. "Tell OTF I tried." But this time, it didn't end there. There was more. The first new thing people noticed was Durk's tone. It was quieter, rougher, like a man exhausted from fighting battles nobody else could see. You could hear him breathing heavily. Then came the part that silenced even the doubters. "I told Von to move different," the voice said, breaking slightly. "He ain't listen. He wanted to stand tall for everybody. I can't blame him. I couldn't protect him." A pause, followed by muffled noise like metal doors clanging. And then a faint whisper. "Tell OTF I still got love, but some of them ain't family no more." That last line was the spark that lit a wildfire. Within an hour, every major blog posted it. "Lil Durk exposes betrayal in OTF," one headline screamed. Another read, "Durk's full jail call confirms internal beef." Fans flooded every platform with shock, anger, heartbreak. Some called it fake again, saying AI could fake emotion. As the clip went viral, OTF members started scrambling. DMs leaked showing arguments between affiliates. Accusations of snitching and betrayal. One text supposedly from a close friend read, "He wasn't talking about us, he was talking about outsiders." But nobody could tell who outsiders meant. The confusion only made it worse. A rumor spread that one member had already been confronted over the leaks, that fists were thrown, and that someone had left the crew completely. Chicago blogs posted blurry photos of people arguing in a parking lot, claiming it was OTF. It didn't matter whether it was real. The damage was done. Von's family was blindsided too. Reports said Von's mom heard the full recording before it went public and broke down crying. A family friend later told a small YouTube channel, she said that's the Durk she remembers, the one who really loved Von. Even Kayla B, who had been furious at first, posted something softer, a black screen on her story with the words, "Maybe he did try." Those 4 words changed everything again. For the first time, the tension between Von's family and Durk's fans started to melt. People began saying maybe the story wasn't about guilt or betrayal. Maybe it was about pain, loyalty, and loss. Still, the internet needed someone to blame. Podcasts started calling out snakes inside OTF. One even claimed a younger member sold the original audio to a gossip page for cash. No proof, of course, but that didn't stop the speculation. Within days, that theory became fact in the minds of fans. Someone even faked screenshots of a Cash App payment, saying it was from the blog owner to a supposed OTF affiliate. "The streets got receipts," one commenter wrote. It was chaos. Facts and fiction mixed until nobody could tell them apart. In the middle of all that noise, Durk's lawyer finally released a statement. It didn't confirm or deny anything, but the wording was strange enough to keep people guessing. Mr. Banks is aware of certain unauthorized recordings circulating online, it read. These materials have been taken out of context and misrepresented. He appreciates continued privacy for his family and loved ones during this time. Out of context, misrepresented. That was all it took for fans to start another wave of theories. What context could make those words mean something else? Around that same time, people started posting older clips of Durk and Von, trying to reinterpret their friendship in light of the new leak. One video showed them laughing in a car, Von playfully calling Durk, "my brother for life." The comments were filled with heartbreak emojis and messages like, "he really meant that," and "now it all makes sense." Fans said it felt like watching ghosts talk to each other. YouTube compilations popped up titled "The Rise and Fall of OTF," or "How Brotherhood Turned into Tragedy." Millions watched them like mini-documentaries. And then something completely unexpected happened. A few days after the full call leaked, an unreleased track appeared on SoundCloud under the name Loyalty Don't Last. The account was anonymous, but the voice sounded unmistakably like Durk. It was raw, unfinished, emotional. "They want the truth but can't handle the real," the lyrics went. "I tried to save what was left to heal. Von was the light, I was the shield." People were convinced it was new, recorded after the call, maybe even inside the jail. Whether real or not, it felt like a response. Comments flooded in. "This the confession," one wrote. "Durk speaking from his soul." The song hit 1 million plays in less than a day. TikTokers used it for edits of Durk and Von together, turning tragedy into a love story between brothers. One video of Von smiling and Durk performing live, synced to the line, "I was the shield," hit 30 million views overnight. Fans were crying in the comments. "He really did try," one said. "This whole story, just pain." But behind all that emotion, darker whispers were spreading. Chicago reporters started hinting that the FBI investigation mentioned in earlier leaks was real after all. Documents surfaced showing communications between several OTF affiliates and unnamed law enforcement officials. The documents didn't mention Durk directly, but the timing made fans think the leak had triggered something bigger. The phrase, "they watching," became a meme, but also a warning. Some OTF members allegedly went ghost, phones off, socials deleted, out of sight. Still, one detail from the full recording refused to die. The line where Durk said, "Some of them ain't family no more." People started connecting it to a mysterious post from an OTF page that appeared days later. It showed a photo of the original OTF crew, with some faces blurred out. The caption said, "Day ones only." Fans thought it was a response, a way of drawing lines between who was still loyal and who wasn't. Comments exploded with speculation. "This proof Durk know who betrayed him," one user wrote. Another said, "They exposing themselves." The post was deleted within hours, but screenshots flooded everywhere. In the middle of this storm, something human cut through the noise. A short clip surfaced from Durk's mother, speaking softly during a church service. "He's my son," she said. "Y'all see fame, I see pain. He lost his brother, his peace, and y'all call it entertainment." That clip made even the harshest critics go quiet. For the first time, people started to see the story not just as a scandal, but as a tragedy. A real family torn apart by loyalty, violence, and the internet's hunger for drama, and yet, the mystery still wouldn't rest. A few weeks later, a journalist claimed to have seen the entire transcript of the call. According to them, the final words Durk spoke were cut off in the viral clip. The original allegedly ended with, "Tell OTF I tried, but maybe it's time to forgive myself." That extra line changed everything again. Forgiveness. Not confession. Not betrayal. Forgiveness. Fans started seeing the story differently, calling it Durk's redemption arc. TikToks shifted from dark theories to emotional tributes. One fan summed it up best in a tweet that got 1 million likes. It was never about guilt. It was about grief. As the noise began to fade, OTF's silence became its own kind of statement. No official confirmation ever came. No one admitted who leaked the tape, or whether the full version was real, but it didn't matter anymore. The story had become folklore. The phrase, "Tell OTF I tried," was now tattooed, printed on shirts, painted on murals across Chicago. It wasn't just a headline. It was history, myth, and memory rolled into one. And somewhere behind all the chaos, Lil Durk stayed quiet. No tweets, no interviews, no denial. Just silence. Some fans said that was guilt. Others said it was peace. maybe both, but everyone agreed on one thing. No matter what the truth was, those 4 words would live forever. Because in the end, "Tell OTF I tried" wasn't just a sentence. It was a message from a man who gave everything for loyalty, only to find out loyalty sometimes breaks. It was a mirror for everyone who ever tried to hold a family together while the world pulled it apart. And maybe that's why the world can't let it go. Because even if the call was fake, the emotion was real. Even if the story was exaggerated, the pain was true. And that's the part nobody can deny. Whether you're a fan, a skeptic, or just someone watching from the outside, one thing's for sure: the legend of Lil Durk's final call will echo through the culture for years to come. And somewhere out there, maybe Durk's still whispering those same words to himself under his breath, not for the cameras, not for the fame, just for peace. Tell OTF I tried. So what do you think really happened that night? Was Lil Durk's final call a cry for help, a confession, or a moment of peace after years of pain? Did the FBI really leak that audio? Or was it someone from inside OTF trying to make a statement? Was it about betrayal or forgiveness? Because after everything that's come out, the tears, the silence, the heartbreak, one thing's still clear. Those 4 words hit deeper than anything we've ever heard. Tell OTF I tried. You can feel it in your chest, right? That kind of pain don't come from fiction. It comes from loyalty, from loss, from loving people who didn't love the same way back. And whether you believe the leaks were real or not, this story hit the culture in a way no rumor ever could. It's about what happens when loyalty turns into legend, when brotherhood becomes burden. Fans are still debating, OTF's still divided, and the streets are still whispering. But at the end of the day, maybe the truth isn't in the leak. Maybe it's in the silence that followed it. Now I want to hear from you. What's your take? Do you think Durk's final message was real? Or was the whole thing one big setup? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation ain't over. Hit that like button if you felt the emotion. Subscribe for more exclusive deep dives into the stories the blogs won't tell you. And don't forget to turn on notifications, because next time, we're going even deeper into the secrets, the scandals, and the drama shaking hip-hop right now. Stay tuned, stay locked in, and remember, in this game, loyalty is everything. And remember, in this game, loyalty is everything.